Hello fantasy football fans, my name is Johnny from Football Never Sleeps, and in this video we are going to have a look at my team, my reactions from game week 20 in which I scored 67 points. So to start with, let's have a look at my team and then I'll go into it in a little bit more detail and kind of give you some highs and lows that I experienced from the game week, which started off very well and then kind of petered out a little bit. So if we have a look at my team, over 67 points, there was obviously some standout performances. And there's people that really let me down, including a blank from Fernandez that was horrible. Okay, starting out and looking at my team and looking through it. It started off with goalkeeper Fabianski. Now I feel like even though Fabianski got a blank, it was always a choice between Fabianski and Martinez. And as soon as Villa conceded a goal, I'm like, okay, that doesn't feel too bad for that one. Now moving on to my defence, and obviously the standout performance is from Cancelo, and if you don't have him in your team, I would recommend getting him in right now, because Pep seems to be playing him in more of a free role for a right back, and he was popping up in central midfield. So I think expect some more goals and assists from him in the coming weeks, especially with his relatively good run of results. Obviously Stones has done well, Chilwell's done well, and kind of Robertson hasn't done as well the kind of last few weeks as maybe the assists have dried up, but I still feel like he's good value, and Liverpool did look quite good last night, so I think I'll stick with him as well. I actually put quite a lot of money in my defence. I did heavy side the attack at the start, but I've switched to defence because I just feel like there's some better value to be found there. But overall, my defence, I'm, to be honest, fairly happy with that performance. So let's move on to the midfield. Okay, the midfield is where I start to get some pangs of pain from first time. It starts off with me putting Souček on the bench, and the kind of reason behind that was that I've already got two West Ham players on my team, so I've already got Fabianski and Antonio, and I thought, okay, I don't want West Ham to have a shocker and three of my players get down the pan, so I thought, okay, Souček versus Antonio. I went for Antonio out of the two, which obviously was, in hindsight, a major error. Grealish is just good point scorer, scored 8, well done Grealish. Son, a goal ruled out for like a toe being offside was painful to watch, and yeah, I didn't enjoy that one. And I mean, Fernandez is captain. It was between Fernandez and Sterling. Obviously I had Sterling as my vice captain. And as just the last minute I thought, Fernandez against Sheffield United at home, surely he's going to do it. But I mean, I was really gutted because I was in a really good week apart from that. But I'm very happy with my midfield again, and I think maybe the only thing I'll be looking at is probably bringing in maybe a Leicester City player because they got a decent run, maybe looking at Maddison, but I'll have to take out Grealish for that. So, and I've already got quite a bit of money with Grealish's transfer increasing, so maybe I won't look at that, but I'm not kind of sure what I'm going to do next week yet. Alright, finally have a look at my strikers, and there were just solid performance really. Antonio, except for Antonio, must have hit the post about 3,000 times. Like he could have easily got into double figures and more, so I was quite frustrated with Antonio. Watkins I feel like is a solid option at the moment as well, even though I may be looking at upgrading for the next one, so potentially bringing some Leicester players for the next one. But I feel like those two strikers are cheap and are going to get a good amount of goals because teams are relatively attacking, and I don't think there's actually a lot of value in strikers at the moment. I don't think Kane's playing too well. Vardy is still hit and miss as well, even though Leicester have a decent run, so I'm not. I think I'll stick with those two for the minute and maybe just rotate them and maybe bring in Souček in for one of those two, but I just know exactly what will happen between Souček and Antonio. I'll make the wrong decision. So 67 points, I'm relatively happy with that. How did you do in your game week? Please just comment below and I'll reply back to the comments, and hopefully like me you felt a few more highs and a few more lows. I feel like 67 was just above par for sort of this week. The scores I see in my feed tend to be around sort of like the 60 mark or sort of around the 50-60, so I feel like my score was just above par for this week, which I will definitely take. If you haven't done so already, please feel like liking this post and following me. Football Never Sleeps. Alright, thank you very much, and I will see you in the next game week.